So Tony's brought me to the Craggy. Actually, they pronounce it Craggy. I think it's Craggy, but he says Craggy Dome. And you see its elevation is 6,085 feet. It's up there. You can see the clouds. That's why we stopped. Elevation here is 5,640. So that's 445 feet more, 445. Now, if you look at the sky over here, you see it's white. There's actually some sun because you can see the light here. In fact, let me just do something real fast. Look over there on those hills. You can see dark shadow, of course. Here, I'll go through the grass a little bit. Oh, might as well shoot that water, actually. Now, if you look down here, see that big water? That's the Asheville watershed, he told me. You see the sun right over here. Hope you can show you on that hill. That's all big sun. And all through you see very gigantic spots of sun. So there's sun out there. I think this, yeah, no, I know for a fact this is moving this way. And in fact, look down through there. You can see spots of big sun over there on that hill as well. We actually wanted to kind of fly up here, my quad, and check things out a little bit for a minute or two. But of course, it's cloud covered right now, so we were hoping that it was clear and we could do some flying. But I don't know if we wait a few minutes if it'll clear up or what it will do. But this, Tony actually shot a video from up there. This is where he walked through all them. Man, I know there's a bunch of trees that are real crazy.
The trail really starts right up there.
Oh, okay, so he's here.
Right up there is the very top. That's where I was hoping we could take a quad up there.
Oh, it's up. Oh, I thought it was over there.
Now let me ask you a question.
Okay, so you want to go up there actually?
How would a quadcopter shot look if we just went up a couple hundred feet here? Is it too windy? I mean,
Oh, if the wind stays like this,
could
no.
we land and take off pretty good here?
Oh, in this driveway, absolutely, or parking lot, whatever it's called.
Well, you know what? It would be.
But see all the sun over there, and there's even, well, okay, yeah, and back there, there's a bunch of sun. But we seem to be just right in the middle of this cover.
What if we went like 200 feet up and just spun it around one time and look over there?
yards. Big deal.
All it is, yeah.
That's what it says.
200 feet.
The Balsam Nature Trail is a 0.75 mile loop trail that connects with the summit's lower parking lot. It's located 554 feet ahead, so whatever you want to do, it's all there. Nice little map. And boy, it is paved. Looks nice.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Semi.
See this algae? Moss
Yeah,
that you mean?
mosses and stuff.
I love the
too.
moss on all these old logs and stuff.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about this morning, the color green and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean, if you spot a light on at the sun, man, it lights up like a neon.
It's like
It's beautiful. I love it.
You're right.
I love it. Overnight hikers must register vehicles.
So this is kind of cool. My great granddad is buried up here.
Really?
He was the guy that proved.
Is there an actual grave marker?
Yeah, it's Elijah Mitchell.
Okay, so Mount Mitchell.
Mount Mitchell. So he was a. See, my mom's a Mitchell. So
Okay.
My dad's a Glenn. I'm half Mitchell, half Glenn.
So you own half of this?
Yeah, I own half of this.
in a sense.
But the old, my ancestor was a.
Okay, that's a little loop trail.
He was a scientist. He was a.
Old Mitchell Trailhead.
He was a surveyor. He was a professor at University of North Carolina. He was a theologian. And so that's my mom's side. And he proved that Mount Mitchell was, it's about 1850s. He proved that Mount Mitchell was the highest point east of the Mississippi.
How do you do that?
He had to, back then, this is crazy. The only way you could do it was with transits. And of course somebody had to start. So
surveying tools.
Surveyor's rules. Somebody had to start. Can you feel how hard it is to breathe?
Not yet.
It's a little hard to breathe. Anyway, he found a peak that was established. Somebody started at the coast. Some other peak was, from one place to the other, they measured. He got up here. There was a guy named Klingman.
Okay, Klingman's Dome.
Klingman's Dome. And he said his peak was highest. And it turns out Mount Mitchell's only about 45, 50 feet higher.
Really?
So it was a big controversy. And in the end, before he died, he found out he did indeed identify the highest mountain. They named it for him. I'll stop a second. Hang on one second. I'm winded because I'm trying to tell stories.
Yeah. No, talking and walking up hills is hard.
And so he got the satisfaction, because there was it got really nasty between him and this Klingman guy.
Really?
Publishing papers and stuff. But in the end, he found out he did.
Didn't want to be in a fist fight, did it?
Like 3 or 4 years later, he was doing an exploration trip down the side over here. Big waterfall. This is Mount Craig over here.
Okay.
It's about 60 feet shorter than Mount Mitchell.
Interesting.
And stand over here, Danny. This is cool. See the white over there?
Yeah.
That's where I was raised.
Really?
That is a spruce pine.
So just across the valley.
Those are the mines where my dad worked. So it's cool.
Oh man, I wish I could see that better.
So the clouds spread just long enough. So just about, if you come this way, about 10 miles this way from those mines, that's where I was raised.
Really?
That's cool.
So the white spot
Feldspar mine.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Kind of below those white clouds.
And then come back about straight this way, and there's some high ridges called Little Switzerland, and that's where I was raised. You can't see them so well from up here, but you can, but you don't realize they're actual ridges.
But that white spot on the ground is the mines itself.
Yeah, that's the mines. That's part of the Feldspar mines, and that's where most of the computer chips.
And that's that. Yeah, I was going to say that
comes from, and that's used all over
silica.
the world.
That's what it was. Yeah, because I know. I've seen 2 or 3 videos where you've talked about that.
So most computer chips and fiber optic lines
comes from that stuff.
From that place right over there. There's only one other significant mine of the same sort of material. It's in Russia.
Really?
So, but for America and most of the free world, it comes from here.
North Carolina.
It's crazy, isn't it? I know. So it's really kind of a strategic spot, I guess.
30 years ago, it was nothing to think about the world without a computer.
I know.
There were a few, but you know, but they weren't necessary.
Yeah.
For the most part. Now, imagine life without a computer. And as you know, this is a computer in my pocket right there.
The phone. Even.
That's a computer. And think about where we would be in this world.
So I'm gonna shoot some video of you up here.
Oh, that's fine.
This is gonna be kind
I'm
of
shooting you, so you gotta pay me back.
Yeah.
Look at there. Look at that. Look at that moving. Here. I'm gonna stop for a second right here. I just want you to notice the fog cloud, whatever it is.
That's Mount Craig.
Why don't you look at that moving?
C-R-A-I-G, so that one actually is Craig.
Okay. But I'm serious, if that stuff ain't moving 35 or 40 miles an hour, I don't believe it's moving.
That's pretty fast.
I mean, that's zipping through there
Yeah.
like nothing.
It's actually moving in
Oh.
the odd direction.
And check it out.
Usually it moves the other direction.
Now, that is open down there, but look at all the black because it's cloud cover
Yeah.
in those places. And of course, you can tell where the sun is coming through in all the green places. Even up to here, down, and then way down in that valley, obviously. Now, are those towns?
Yeah, they're little towns and little villages all through there. And if it were a clear day, you could see Grandfather Mountain real easy. You can see Table Rock and Hawksbill, all those other places.
From here.
You, but we can't see them today because of the clouds.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, a little low. But see this big white cloud right here? Look at him. Look at him moving. I mean, he's just rolling right through there.
The cute little Yorkie here.
That is, wow. That's insane. That tells you that wind right up that wind probably 50 feet above our head is probably 35 or 40 miles an hour. And that's hey, that's the other thing about these newer quads, you know.
Yeah.
They say in mine really you shouldn't fly pretty much above about a 25 mile an hour wind.
Yeah.
And these new ones, they say a 35 mile an hour wind is nothing.
Here's my great 5 grades back. This is
Mount Mitchell, highest peak east
great-granddad.
of Mississippi River, elevation 6684, but as Tony's been saying, that's been changed to 6699. This is his actual grave.
He died here. He died in
Wow.
the waterfall.
So the guy who proved
64 years old.
happens to be his how many grades?
5 back. I think I'm telling that right. My great.
So you're triple great?
Great grandfather.
Oh, it's triple. It's 5 grades.
So I have great granddad.
So it's like 7 generations.
My great granddad's great granddad. Yeah.
Wow. All right, so like 7 or so generations, 6 or 7 generations ago, this was Tony's grandpa.
Yeah.
Removed 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah, on my mom's side. My mom was Mary Carolyn Mitchell. Was her
This
name.
is the guy. His name was Elisha Mitchell.
He was very decorated. I mean, super respected.
He was a DD, which is a doctor or something, but I don't know
Doctor of Divinity.
Oh, okay, okay.
But he also had a lot of science. You read him, look him up on Wikipedia, and you'll see he was a mathematician. He was a scientist. He was a surveyor.
He lost his life in the scientific exploration of this mountain in the 64th year of his age, June 27th, 1857.
He fell off of the side of a waterfall, Danny. Yeah, you'll read about it and you'll see. It's a big waterfall. And he
when was he born, and how old was he?
So I guess it was 1857 when he died. So he must have been born in the 1700s. Sometime a little like.
Oh, so he was older.
The Revolution, yeah. That's why it's so far back. He died before the Civil War.
This is the guy that proved this was the highest point.
And he did it just by surveyor tools.
Wow.
I'm not sure what.
Way back in the 1850s.
I'm not sure which mountain he measured off of to get this, but he had to find points. And